Mepham, welcome to this week's Midweek Update.
Hey Mepham, welcome back to the last Midweek Update.
Sammy, this has been a great year here at B&B.
And a great year for Midweek Update.
Today, let's take a look at some of the best packages we ran this year, like the blood drive, a story about recovery, and an all-new teacher feature.
This and more as we check out what's going on this week on Midweek Update. I'm Sammy Rooney.
And I'm Gizzeth, and welcome back to the Midweek Update, the B&B show that brings you closer to the people and places in and around the Mepham community.
So when we decided to look back at some of the best work that we aired this year, we didn't know how hard it would be to choose.
It was so hard to pick only two, since the BC 2, 3, and 4 classes have been creating such outstanding work throughout the year.
If only we could show every package that aired this year.
Sammy, we could, but we would be here all year.
But we have been here all year to help you watch them.
All you guys have to do is go back to Midweek Update and have a marathon.
And since we only have a few days left before finals and regents, you definitely have the time.
True, that's definitely how I would start off my summer.
But since there is time, we wouldn't be able to finish out the year without a package made by B&B senior Emily Yacht.
It wouldn't be a best Midweek Update without a package by Emily.
She has been creating great work all year long, and she sets such a great example for all of us going forward.
This past November, if you remember that far back, you got to see a closer look at the blood drive.
On an off period, you can walk to 7-Eleven or drive to Starbucks. Or, on November 12th, you could have saved a life. Blood drives happen nationwide, and at Mepham High School, things are fully underway.
We had 111 sign-ups to start the morning, but we've definitely been getting more and more people just coming in, walking in, saying, I want to donate, and they have been. Look around. There's kids here that I thought that would be afraid or not want to give blood, and they're here and they're doing it, and it's just saving lives every day. This is wonderful.
In recent years, participation in the blood drives have been slowly increasing. In 2018, 94 donors participated in the November blood drive. This year, the number reached 98 donors, the highest Mepham has ever had.
Just to see all these people coming in, teachers, students, administration,
parents.
It's so amazing. So it's something that, again, we can do, our body produces it, we can share it, and we could really help somebody.
Yes.
According to the New York Blood Center, for every 1 pint of blood donated, 3 lives can be helped. This means that Mepham's 98 pints can help almost 300 people.
This is very successful. We're really happy about that.
Students who participated in the blood drive agree with teachers when they say that the blood drive is a great event.
I think it's important because it's a good way to help the community and it's a good way to help other people. You're saving lives by doing this.
I think it's important to give blood because it helps out those who need it in hospitals and during their operations in case if they need blood.
Blood drives help all kinds of people. Cancer patients, trauma victims, newborns, burn victims, mothers, and transplant recipients are just a few of the types of patients that Mepham's Pints will help.
I had to get a blood transfusion, so I felt like it would be giving back to whoever donated blood for my surgery.
And I think that it's something I should do at least once in my life. I think we should all donate blood at least once if we can.
Thanks to the generosity of donors, lives are saved each day. I'll see you at signups for the next one. From B&B, I'm Emily Yacht.
Thanks, Emily, and once again, an amazing job, and we will miss you next year. Best of luck at American.
Absolutely, but your work will continue to impact this program.
Another thing that can have an impact is injuries, but in a more negative way.
This past December, B&B's Riley Freed got to see the effect an injury can have on an athlete.
For 16 hours every week, this is where you'll find high school junior Madison So. For the longest time, the pool had been Madison's second home, helping her to form unbreakable bonds.
Competitively swimming started when I was 7, almost 8.
We met at our zone meet when we were 10 years old, so that was around 7 years ago, and we've been friends ever since.
Her dedication to the sport has certainly not gone unnoticed by the people who surround her life.
She's very hardworking, very caring, She's very considerate, and I want to say she's a team player.
Maddie is a very talented athlete, striving to be a national level.
Madison's busy schedule persisted, with swimming being a driving force within her life.
It was basically just going to practice, going to school, meeting with friends, and that's it. It was very simple.
Then, while the rest of the world was dealing with the issues of COVID through 2020, she had a more personal struggle.
Before COVID, I was having shoulder issues, it sprouted from being in the gym outside of the pool. That's when I went to get an MRI and they found a cyst and the labrum tear.
A cyst in her shoulder had been the root of her pain, one that was so severe it needed to be surgically removed.
And we would have to consider surgery is scary.
The recovery process was long and tedious, but it taught Madison many valuable lessons along the way.
After surgery, the months after that, I definitely have become more grounded, and I definitely learned how to listen to my body more and just be more patient with myself and as an athlete and a person in general.
After the injury, we feel nothing's granted is given. You work hard, and not even your work hard is not given that you will get the good results. There are injuries, there are mental issues, there are other things. So her, as well as me and everybody in the family, appreciate this sport and the experience a lot more.
With the help of her friends and family, she was able to get back to what she loved doing in no time.
She just had surgery not too long ago, but she's made amazing progress. I mean, she's almost back to exactly where she was before surgery, which is it's an incredible feat.
Despite the struggles of the past years and facing the possibility of her swimming career being over, Madison beat the odds and is back in the pool, preparing for her next big competition. For B&B, I'm Riley Freed.
Thanks, Riley. That is also one of my favorite packages from this year.
Staying on the topic of sports, our spring sports teams have been having an amazing season.
B&B's Jake Manno has your final midweek in Mepham Sports for this year.
Thanks, Sammi. This year has been incredible, from records to even undefeated seasons. And speaking of just that, that's why I'm here, to talk about the BMCH girls flag football team. After dominating the rest of the teams, the Chargers, led by Luciana Sedicate, Olivia Brill, and Sophia Laspina, played at the Jets training facility. The Chargers defeated Walt Wakeman 30-20 and crowning them the first ever Long Island champions for girls flag football. Now over to softball, as they played Eastside Slip over the weekend and in hopes to defend their title. And they did just that. The girls went out there and performed. They won in a dominating win 8-3. So congratulations to the girls, and maybe they could three-peat next year. And now over to track. As Kate McNerney took third in the 3,000 meter, Ellie Franquise got third in the high jump, and finally Cameron Blake took gold in the 100 and 400 meter hurdles, as she will get ready to compete in states this upcoming Friday. Congratulations to all of them. And while you guys are taking your finals, it's happening also in the NBA. As the Celtics and the Warriors are locked into an intense series that's set down to come to the wire. And for the last time this school year, I've been the better Manno. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Amazing job to finish out the year.
Besides our athletes, the Mepham teachers and faculty have continued to work so hard this entire school year.
They aren't always acknowledged for the continuous efforts each and every day.
Here's B&B's Amanda Ali to introduce you to the last segment.
Thanks, Sammi. This week we are back with another teacher feature. As a quick reminder, Teacher Feature is where you get to see more of an inside look on some of the teachers here at Mepham. Last time on Teacher Feature, you got to meet Miss Montori, one of the Italian teachers here at Mepham. In this week's Teacher Feature, you'll get to learn more about Mr. Grosskreutz, also known as Mr. G, who was one of the English teachers. Let's take a look.
As we all know, teachers are the backbone of any school as well as the heart of any extracurricular activities. Luckily, here in Mepham, we have both of these amazing characteristics in the one and only Mr. Grosskreutz.
So I'm in the English department here, and I teach 2 classes of sophomore honors, 1 class of AP seminar, and I teach the 2 senior experience courses.
Teaching all of these classes, Mr. Grosskreutz has impacted many students in all different ways.
Mr. G really did help me. I think out of all of my English teachers that I've had at Mepham High School, he was the one who assisted my writing the most, who improved the writing, my writing the most. He really taught me a lot about certain grammar rules, certain punctuation that just allowed me to take my writing to the next level, and I really appreciate him for that.
Within the AP seminar class, Mr. G works with Ms. Dennis, where he lights up the room and enhances learning through his unique perspectives.
I enjoy the fact that Mr. G is very creative and he thinks outside of the box, and he's a very hard worker. So to have a collaboration with him, I think actually helps me to be a better teacher.
Outside the classroom, Mr. G has taken on various roles in the Skull and Bones drama program.
Skull and Bones would not be what it is today without Mr. G, without a doubt. He built up that drama program like no other person has done that I have seen. One of the reasons that Drama Club is full of love and passion is because he encouraged that, and he still, even though he's not as involved as he was or in the ways that he was, he still encourages that love and that passion in Drama Club.
So this year I worked a lot on the playbill, getting playbill ads, coordinating the different vendors like the costumer, the set and prop rental company, the parent set builder. So that way the directors could really just focus on directing and working with the students and cast and crew.
More than anything else, Mr. G has formed friendships that will last a lifetime here at Mepham.
My favorite memory is collaborating on AP seminar. It's a super challenging class, but we have a lot of fun working on it. And the fact that I get to learn from him and we've, developed a good friendship is something that I think is something I really, really value, and I'm happy that I've had the opportunity to do.
Like Ms. Dennis and Ms. Demetriou, Mr. G has created bonds and left long-lasting impacts on the teachers and students in the Mepham community.
Thanks, Amanda. The teachers, along with us, are so ready for summer.
I know I am, but I will miss my B&B family and everybody here at Mepham.
Me too, but when we get back, we will be better than ever.
Of course, I can't wait.
Me either. I love that we were able to host together this year and the honor of hosting the last one.
Definitely. This show has given the whole crew this amazing opportunity all year long.
Well, that's it for the final episode of Midweek Update this year. We'll be back next year with all new stories from around the BMCHSD to bring you inside the parts of the community we don't always get to see.
Until then, I'm Sammi Rooney.
And I'm Gizzeth Chavarria. Have a safe and happy summer, and we'll see you all next midweek.